All right, joining us now, Captain Cordeiro. How are you?
Chief,
good to see you.
Nice
Chief
to see
Cordeiro.
you.
That's right,
We
Mr. Wrong with me, Chief Cordeiro.
And we have Deputy Chief Oliver with us as well. How you been?
Great. You're doing a good job. I think everybody thinks you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. We're trying, working hard. We've got a great team, and everybody's coming together, and hopefully the whole community's coming together to help us out because it's a team effort.
Right.
Can't just be the police. So.
Well, we were talking about your new policy of helping people, exchange Craigslist, eBay, even Facebook exchanges, monetary exchanges for whatever in the police department parking lot where it's under surveillance cameras, and they can do it in a relatively safe place, if not the safest place in the city.
Well, I like to think the whole city's pretty safe. But you're right. The police department parking lot should be one of the safest places.
Sure.
So certainly with the camera system that we have under surveillance and all the cruisers coming in and out, makes it a very safe environment. And, when you're meeting folks on Craigslist or whatever other media to make these purchases, you really don't know who you're talking to. Right. Some people are honorable and have, they have good intentions, but some are not. So it makes it for a good spot for you to make that exchange with a stranger.
Chief, is there a designated area within the parking lot would be obvious, or is it just the entire parking lot?
You probably go down the entire parking lot. If you roll up right to the front of the building, which would be typically fire lane, you could roll up right there, or you could even park in the parking lot and walk inside the lobby. We welcome you to come right in, especially if it's cold out. How the elements in that conducive to making that exchange outside. If you're really nervous, you're better off just coming right inside the lobby. There's plenty of room, and we have cameras in there as well, and we have a police officer right at the window.
So it's not just in the parking lot. You can actually go right into the lobby of the police station and take care of the transaction there. Well, that's fantastic.
I remember one year somebody had taken advantage of the hottest item. I think it was the PlayStation 3. And Santa couldn't get it for my kids, so I had to go out and purchase it. And I bought from this person who bought 5 or 6 of them. And then, of course, they gouged the price up. But I had no choice.
We call that capitalism.
Yes, it's capitalism. But I had to go to a kind of seedy neighborhood, and it was late. And I did the exchange, and I think it was fine. But I can see where things can get dicey. So this removes any of that. And by the way, the Bedford Police Department, again, is in a very convenient location. It's right off the highway at the bottom of 140. Just take a left, and there you are. So it's not only the safest place to do exchanges like this, but it's also quite convenient.
Chief, we also want to talk to you about this new security camera registration program that you've put into place. Could you explain that to us?
Yeah, it's a great concept. I wish I could take full credit for it, but I can't. So we're actually at a Chiefs meeting, Bristol County Chiefs Association meeting, and DA Tom Quinn was there, and we were talking about, I think CCOM's noticed that's a great idea, and he liked it too. Really like to expand that county-wide, which I believe he plans on doing some kind of marketing campaign to do that. So we brought it back because we have a ton of residential cameras and commercial cameras out there. And that seems to be the wave of the future, right? There was the alarms, monitored alarms. This is really cutting edge, right? So we're having crimes that are occurring in various parts of the city, and people are flowing through the city, either to or from. A lot of these cameras can be a huge help to us, and they have been for our detective division. By having a registry, we can actually map it up on our ComStat map. So we can have a map of where all these cameras are, and then when we see trends of crime or a certain crime that we're trying to get more evidence on, we can look at it and go right to our list and say, hey, this camera's in all these different spots. Let's get in touch with the owner if they want to share with us. Of course, they don't have to. But it's beneficial that we all do because we're all in this together, and it's a great way of reducing crime when people know they're going to get captured on camera. We've had great success in displacing crime in certain saturated areas, in particular public housing, and even some private housing units that we've had a lot of success. So this is a way of expanding it.
Now, are you looking for people to register in advance of a crime being committed in their area so that you can be using that footage, or is it after the fact? What are you like the public to do?
Right. So what we're trying to do is get folks to register the camera with us. So all they're doing is telling us who they are and they have a camera. That's it. That's the end of it. And then if we need to, we'll reach out to them to see if they have footage on a certain day or time. But they just really have a master list of all the cameras on the city. So you can put those on a map. So you can actually see on a map where all these various private cameras are located if we need to try to get some evidence of someone, a criminal passing through camera sites.
Chief, I work as a private investigator, and a lot of times I have to stand by my video if I take some evidence of somebody doing whatever. Now, how does that work if the homeowner submits video that you can use in court? Can that be engaged by the defense attorney to make somebody come up and, whoever produced the video, do they have to step forward?
So, as you know, this is still unraveling. This is new. So right now, how we're trying to work that out is the homeowner would consent to us getting it, and we would extract that evidence and hope that the investigators' experience, training, and actually be the ones that extracted the video would be the one that would be testifying in court. They went to this location, they extracted the video, downloaded it, and then played it and viewed it. So we're hoping to keep the homeowners out of Edmonton court. Would that prevent a defense attorney from summoning them in? Probably not, but the hope is that that would not happen. We're trying to avoid that at all costs, and let the video stand and speak for itself. As they say, a picture speaks 1,000 words, right?
So just so we understand this and it's clear at home, you're not giving people are not giving the police constant access to their videos.
No.
It's after the fact if you need it in an investigation or to get in a gathering of evidence.
Absolutely. All they're giving us is that they're letting us know that they have a camera,
Right.
who they are, and how we can get in touch with them if we would like to access it with their permission.
Okay, so they don't.
We don't have remote access to their cameras.
Right. Well, I think that's important for you to understand that.
Right. We do not have remote
So it's not
access.
going to work out so that I call up and say, I think I saw a Yeti in my yard. I want you to have this footage. You come to the homeowners once you know they have a camera. They don't go to you. They don't keep submitting things to you to look at.
Right. Well, they could if they wanted. If they have something that's of
If they saw a Yeti,
significance,
yeah.
right. If they have something that's of significance that
Right.
would be beneficial to us, certainly we're not going to refuse, evidence that's going to make our job a little easier. But the general idea is that we would go to them if we needed it. If there was a chance that their cameras caught something that has evidentiary value to us, but we would not be monitoring those cameras on a daily basis.
The reason I ask because I know a lot of times, a lot of home security video that I see are unsuccessful break-ins, but you do get to look at the perpetrator.
Right.
So that can help to identify somebody in another crime somewhere down the road, or you may even actually be familiar with whoever it is. So these things can be submitted as well.
It can be submitted, and the nice thing about that is you really don't know what you're going to get, what kind of evidence, as you know, what kind of evidence from that little snippet of video that's going to help in another case. Like you said, it could be the same sneakers.
Building block.
Right, building block. Or in some cases, yeah, you can't identify that person, but someone else's camera about a block down has got a better shot than walking out in time and date.
Right.
That puts them at the scene so we can start to build these circumstantial cases. Right.
It's brilliant. It's taking advantage of the digital age, which we all are facing.
Well, and it's also leveraging private investment in the security system against what ultimately the city would have to pay. For the city to have these kind of cameras all over the place, first of all, it would be Big Brother. But it's really people are already paying for it, so it's just a contribution to their own community.
Absolutely, it's an expansion of the old policing of eyes and ears of the police. We relied on human beings to do that, and it became very reluctant, of course, because of fear. But this gives us that same eyes and ears without having, hopefully, them having to testify or put themselves at limit. All they're doing is let them know they have a camera. We're going to say, if you give us consent, to look at your system for this time and date, grab it and go off. So it's a great expansion of the eyes.
And this could go a long way. Understand what's happening. This could go a long way, and not just petty crimes, but serious crimes like murder. God forbid there's any more murders, but there's it's a city of 95,000 plus. So you never know, but it can lead to some really important arrests.
Absolutely, it can take some what we call impact players, people of interest. Impact players that have responsible to commit most of the violence and crime in our city, which we know. The majority of the people who live in the city are great people. They're charitable people. They're hardworking people. Historically, they always have been. But it's that small segment of the population that create the majority of the crime, especially in terms of violence. So when you can get something like that off the street with good, solid video evidence that's hard to dispute in court and say that's not me, and the jury sees clear
Like
evidence.
Alex Hernandez in his own house with a gun.
Right, exactly.
Is probably the best example.
The only thing about being our age, Chris, is that most of the stupid things we did was pre-digital.
Thank God. Thank God there's no video footage.
You kids are in trouble.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, and that already existed. I mean, these are phones. Everybody's walking out with a camera as it is out there.
Right.
So it's just expanding the eyes and ears from the traditional ideas of of the public helping the police.
I just documented 4 cars. I was trying to use the crosswalk and nobody was acknowledging the crosswalk. So I videotaped him just because I know he's got a pet peeve about it. Mike here, so
I think the chief's a little busy, too busy for that.
yeah, I'm gonna hand this to you. I'm gonna submit.
Right up on the chief for that.
Everything's important to it. But just, the last point on those impact is when you get one of these guys off the street with good evidence, solid evidence, like a video, and they're behind bars or whatever it is, you really can't measure how much crime they would have been committing, how much violence they would have been committing. So it's preventive as well as reactive.
That's right. No, that's excellent. But we want to thank the Bedford Chief of Police, Cordeiro, for coming in and joining us. Ken and I here.
Not Captain.
Yeah. Ken tried to move him back inside. That's all right. We're a work in progress.
I remember being happy about the news, so I don't know what happened there.
But thank you, Chief, for coming in. And